forces from the leaders at the county level. We have a lot of leaders from county level. You've seen them in the clips, and maybe you will play another clip that one of them is saying, the senator, but I need protection for this because I might land myself in problem.
You can make the application directly to the speaker for that line.
Honorable Governor, you shall not be victimized for whatever you say, as long as it's truthful and in line with the oath that you've just taken.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker and the Honorable Senators. Because I'm here, let me say the truth. The issue of MCAs in Meru, one of the person or leader who is trying to fuel and also to bring disharmony in Meru is no one else but the Deputy Speaker of this House. Several times I've tried to reach him. He doesn't avail himself so that I can at least say sorry to him. I tried to reach the devolution committee of this House to come to Meru, but he said through his people that at no time the devolution committee will come to Meru until he gives a green light for the same. This Honorable Senator, Deputy Speaker of this House, is had in many meetings, like the one we've just seen the clip here. The MCAs are planning on how to impeach the governor immediately after we left here, and then they ask for comments from the Honorable Deputy Speaker of this House. He stands, and the video has been played here, and say, we as circumcised men, we will make sure that we assist you, honorable members, in whatever way. We will assist you, and the assistance that he gives to the MCAs is to make sure that they impeach me as many times as possible. In fact, he promises them immediately after they leave River Kadita to this end, he will take care of this house. I don't know how he will take care of this house, but honorable senators, the deputy, my senator, whom I give a lot of respect, as greatly interfered with the running of the county government of Meru.
Are you saying that your senator, who also happens to be my senator, is behind your problems in Meru?
I think we can play the clip.
Kindly, let's play that clip.
I think it's a yes or no. We don't need to
yes.
The clip.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So, Madam Governor, do you think that devolution works in Meru with you as the governor, or the only problem, or not, rather the only solution is for you to vacate your seat and give it to someone else so that we can have peace in Meru? Do you think that there is a working relationship with, especially the County Assembly of Meru, because that is where your focus should be? Do you think there is that working relationship?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The working relationship or the working progress in Meru with the MCAs, I've just said that I started with 1 MCA, then to 9 MCAs, and up to now I have 23 MCAs.
Conclude, Council for Governor. Your time is up.
Thank you. Actually, that was my last question, Mr. Speaker, sir. I thank you so very much. I yield the witness.
Council for County Assembly. You may now proceed for cross-examination.
Mr. Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, kindly I beg your indulgence to advise us as to extension of time. We had agreed previously that shall be equality of times, but I leave it to you as we progress. We'll consider.
Just utilize your 20 minutes first.
Most obliged.
If at the end of the 20 minutes,
I am well
you're
guided. Not done,
you know exactly what to do.
I am well guided,
Proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Madam Governor, good evening.
Even to you.
The last time you were here, you indicated that you're a victim of misogyny. You remember?
Yes.
Do you still hold that preposition this afternoon?
Yes.
You still hold the position that you're a victim of the gender card?
Yes.
and that it's because of the gender card that you've always been brought before this assembly.
Yes.
Do you reckon that the move of the motion was a woman?
Yes.
Do you reckon that the motion was equally supported by the men and the women of MCAs of the Meru County?
Yes.
And you still hold the preposition that you're a victim of the gender, correct?
A victim.
Should female governors be held to account?
Yes, they should.
Should they be told when they are wrong?
Yes, they should.
Are they bound by the law?
Yes, they are bound.
Are they exempted by any clause that you know of?
No.
And therefore, Madam Governor, when we tell you that you illegally revoked the appointment of Virginia Kawira, and that you contravened Section 58, subsection 4, and Section 5, and Section 59A of the County Government Act. Yes?
No.
How is that victimization?
It was not a
How is that victimization? How do we victimize you as a woman when we say you violated Section 58 and Section 59? How do we victimize you as a woman?
I did not violate any section.
Listen to my question. How do we victimize you? I'm not asking whether you violated. I'm asking, how do we victimize you as a woman?
I did not violate.
I know you didn't violate. That's why you're putting a defense. But I'm asking, how do we victimize you? The question is, how have we victimized you?
I did not violate.
That you have said. But the question is, how did we victimize you? Tukisema kwamba umevunja hii sheria na umesema hujavunja, tumekuonea vipi ati kwa sababu wewe ni governor wa mwanamke?
Na kwa sababu sijavunja hii sheria, amjanionea.
Understanding my question?
Yes, I'm understanding.
The question is about victimization. How have we victimized you?
The council has tried to put it in English and Swahili, but it's not sinking well. I wish I could allow Meru, but that language is not allowed here. Now, let me try to assist the witness maybe to understand. If a governor breaches the law and is held to account, if it happens that that governor is a woman, is she being victimized? Because
she's not.
Thank you.
Council, have I...
Thank you for the indulgence. I enjoy from the wisdom of having practiced many years of law. Thank you, Senior Counsel. And therefore, you sat through the evidence of one Linda Kiome.
Yes.
You heard that she distanced herself from that particular letter.
Yes.
And you are given leave by the Senate to bring or to produce the original letter, correct?
Yes.
Have you produced it before the Senate this afternoon?
We made the calls.
Have you produced it?
I have not.
Thank you. Who is in custody of that original letter?
I think the office of the legal advisor.
Think or you know, who is in custody of that letter?
Our secretary.
Your
and she
secretary.
says yes.
Is that secretary within your reach?
She's in Meru.
Is she within your reach?
She's within my reach.
Did you communicate to her that it was important to have that particular letter produced before the Senate?
I communicated to her and she said that she had given the letter to the legal team that was preparing.
Oh, so the letter was still within the custody of the legal team?
So that they can have a copy.
Thank you. Have they produced it?
They have produced a copy.
Have they produced the original letter?
No, they have not.
Thank you. How can we tell and how can you dispute the allegation of forgery? How can you distance yourself with the allegation of forgery in that particular letter?
There is no forgery in that particular
I'm asking,
letter.
how can you, in the absence of the original letter, how can you distance yourself? May I repeat the question?
Yes.
In the absence of the original letter, how can you distance yourself from that letter?
It has been asked few hours ago, so, and because it's in Meru, we need to do some arrangement.
You cannot distance yourself from that letter in the absence of the original, correct? You cannot distance yourself from the allegation of forgery in the absence of an original letter.
I can distance myself.
When do you allege that the same was given? When do you allege that the advisory was given? Is it your testimony that was given on the 23rd February 2024?
Yes.
And when did you begin having problems with Linda?
Way back.
Yes, way back. When? Which specific dates?
I don't remember the date.
Do you remember issuing a notice of the intention to terminate her services?
No.
I remind you, Madam Governor, that on the 26th of March 2024, you issued a notice of intention to terminate the services, correct?
Yes.
And therefore, at that particular time, your relationship with Linda had already started going south, correct?
Not completely.
Not completely. Were there functions that you had let's look at that letter. You indicate that the reason for the termination is due to her perennial unavailability to offer legal services or legal advice. Then you also say, when the governor raised this concern over the same issue in December, it's an independent